What's up, guys? I'm over here working on a remix for artist Lina, who's from overseas. I'm actually doing this remix with a great friend of mine, Sandeep Chatterjee from the UK. I'm going to start on some production. He's going to work on some with me later via Skype. But this is basically just me getting into the process. So I have these vocals. They're right here. And it's going to be hard for you to see probably at this angle, but I have two vocal tracks that were 100 beats per minute each, and I've thrown them into Ableton Live 9, and I stretched them to about 125. So this is a more like an EDM pop dance remix. We're going to lean more towards radio, so it's not going to be as hardcore. It's going to be more piano driven. So what I have so far are the vocals, and I actually have some drum tracks from one of our last remixes. If you have stuff that you've already worked on, and you haven't used it more than a couple times, you might as well just try to use it and as a way to get started. So I had about 60 tracks. I deleted about 40 of them and was left with some things that I can get started with. So so far I've opened up a grand piano, and I'm also using Serum, which is a great new synth. And I'm also using a synth called Spire, which I use for like bass and plucks and synths. So far I have this pattern going. If I play that with the vocal, you'll see how it meshes real well with the melody. So I'm going to play the vocal bus along with that synth.
There's no building standing strong. How does it all keep holding? Tried as hard as a girl could.
I'm gonna have to tame that vocal a little bit. The acapella that I got was actually very loud in that spot. We'll fix it though in the mix. A little break right here. Chorus.
I can get arrested.
I just keep the same chord progression.
I just can't get arrested. No, your heart can't be persuaded. I guess I'll have to face it. I just can't get arrested. No.
So that was verse 1 into chorus 1. The chord progression was pretty simple. It was actually similar chord progression from the original song, which I have a reference of here, and I like to listen to the references just at the beginning of the project, just to get an idea on what the original sounded like, of course, to keep the integrity.
Into the fire, every time I walk right by.
This is the second verse of the song, the original.
Get so confused when my heart makes up another excuse.
So there's the reference. The artist is Lina, Lina. The song is called Arrested, and I am working on our remix right now. So I have the vocal soloed, I have that synth soloed, and I also duplicated the synth track here that I did in Spire with a simple grand piano in Ableton. It's actually called Grand Piano Stretch. It was a little bit brighter. I like that since we're going dance. It's nice to have a crispy, bright piano. So I duplicated that track. So if I play them together, we have the vocals playing along with the synth and the piano track, which is a duplicate of the synth track here. So if we get into the verse area, it sounds like this now.
Why am I not caving? There's no building.
First half, I leave without the piano. There's drums and there's a bass line, so I'll bring them in.
Tried as a girl could try. Open my heart as wide as the sky.
Go to the hook.
I can get arrested. I just can't get arrested. No.
All right, so we have that. Now, if I unsolo the three elements that I soloed for you, you'll hear drums and bass. So we'll start from the very beginning. There's a 32-bar DJ intro, which I work on simultaneously. Start adding elements from elsewhere in the intro and build up those first 32 mix, the mix section for DJs, excuse me. So this is simple drum pattern that I've included from one of our last remixes. Very light loop in the background. Another light loop. Another light loop. So I have all these like little rhythmic things going on, and then you have the main pieces, which is like the 909 kick and clap. And then we get over here, we bring in the kick. I meant to say hi-hat and clap, but now we have the hi-hat, kick, and clap playing together. And then along with the loops, which I have all grouped into a bus. Just a little bit extra movement underneath there, but it's not busy. All right. So we have that, and then I added in this bass in the intro that leads into the verse. So with the drums and the bass, we have all this going on. Or we actually have to re-solo that? No, we're good. All right, so I'll play the bass with the piano and the drums, and you can kind of hear how it's all coming together. Now, it didn't take me more than 10-15 minutes to do the keys and the bass, and plus I had the drums already set for my last session, for my last remix. So it's kind of an easy starting point, and I was able to come up the chords pretty quickly since I have a reference of the original. So here. So that's all the elements I have so far. The bass line is just going to keep going. The chords don't change here. So now in that section, when I add the bass line in, it sounds like this. So at the end of the verse, before the chorus comes in, there's like a, what is that, a 2-bar break? 1, 2, 3. It is actually it's just a 1-bar break. It's 1, 2, 3, 4 counts. I'm deciding on just muting the music completely there. So let's hear it with everything. I'm considering actually taking that out. So let's try that muted, that little 1-bar break. Everything, drums, loops, the whole nine. So let's just see what kind of dramatic flair that might add.
I can get arrested.
Yeah, I like that. And I think what's going to happen is there's going to be a drum fill and a riser right at that spot. So I even have like these sweeps. I'll just grab this sweep, drop it right in that spot, and drop it like it's hot. Yeah, okay, that was corny, but that's what I do. Hold on.
I can get arrested.
Can't really hear that here.
I can get arrested. I just can't get arrested. No, your heart can be persuaded. I guess I'll have to face it. I just can't get arrested.
So we have some like leftover stuff from an older session, and I have to figure out the timing on these sweeps that are building up and coming back down. So it's you know, it's pretty simple stuff. I do this on every mix.
can get arrested.
Boom. We need to put like a, it's like a standard thing anymore. It's kind of like this low sub drop. Kind of hits you in the chest right at that blank area. Boom. That's all you would feel. It's like that kick and sub drop. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I have anything in the session already. If not, I know where to find them. I have a huge library of about 1 million sounds. And I know where most of the sounds are that I use regularly. Alright, so we also have this fill, which could work here. Let's see what this drum fill sounds like in that little blank spot.
I can get arrested. I can get arrested. I just can't get arrested. No, your heart can be persuaded. I guess I'll have to face it. I just can't get arrested.
So right here is a kind of like a trap breakdown, and I'm not sure if we're going to use this or not yet, but this is what it sounds like. Kind of a little cool thing put together on a last remix, and it's kind of been something that we've been doing. It's like dance, and then it breaks down to trap. I mean, it's really currently what is going on anyway, although we've been doing it for years. Not sure if we're going to keep it on this mix, but it's there. It sounds cool. It's something to think about. What is this? I don't know what this is. Ah, white noise. White noise is a great way to fill up sound. If you want something to sound loud and energetic, just throw white noise on it. Most of the big EDM and dance tracks you listen to, they have white noise plastered throughout, and they're just in different levels. They're filtered out at some points. They come in real loud on the drops and the dance breaks. So, for instance, I would use it
I can get arrested.
in that chorus right there. If we're gonna keep that all the music in, that'll give it a little bit more like push. That shh 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 mimics a hi-hat. It just thickens everything up though on the upswing.
I can get arrested. I just can't get arrested.
See how it kind of like mimics a hi-hat? You put the drums with that? Where are the drums? That's a good question. Oh. So we have this. We have... Okay, I see what's going on here. So, you cannot lose with a little bit of white noise. Now you just gotta watch the levels. It's not too loud and overbearing, because then it sounds like just garbage. If you have it in just where the hi-hats are, maybe a little bit underneath, it just gives a little extra boost. And you sidechain that. We'll go into that, later on. Do I have sidechaining on this? I do. This is a white noise sample that I cut to quarter notes. I usually cut the quarter notes. I don't think I did it on this one though, did I? Let me say 1, 2. I did it in half notes because the pattern was already kind of moving and I liked it. But I added a compressor, and without it, it sounds like this. Kind of just static. But if you add a sidechain that's going to your kick, which in dance EDM is on the quarter note, 1, 2, 3, 4. We all know that. Boom, 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 boom is dance music. Then you sidechain it that way. And it just gives a little extra push. So anyway, I'm going to go work on this mix. If anybody has any questions, or you need a remix, or anything else, you can hit me up at maxbeats.com, mig.com. There's an email form. Just go to the email form and send a message to Mig. That's me. And I will answer any questions that you have about anything musically related. But that's it. It's just a little bit of something behind the scenes. I will definitely get more out. It's been a while. I'm almost at about 1 million views on my YouTube channel, and we definitely need new videos. So that's it. Talk to you later. Peace.